Hey guys, welcome back to the Yankees franchise mode here in MLB 23 The Show. This is episode 7. We're going to be wrapping up the regular season here in year 1. And we'll take a look at the standings real quick. We're 9.5 games out still of the Tampa Bay Rays, even though we've been playing really good lately. The Rays just won 8 straight. They're 9-1 their last 10 to retake a big division lead. 9.5 on us, and then way above the Blue Jays, Red Sox, and the Orioles. In the wild card, though, we have a very solid lead ahead of the Blue Jays and a very, very significant lead over the Red Sox and the Twins as well. So we will make the wild card no problem, it looks like, unless we just have some kind of disastrous month. But even then, we should be good to make the wild card. Only 2 games in this episode because we're just going to be wrapping up this season. Nestor Cortes is going to take the hill, 2.66 ERA in 28 starts. He had himself a fantastic year so far, and he's hoping to add to that. He's going to go up against Corbin Burnes as we're going to take on Milwaukee. 3.51 ERA for Corbin Burnes. Pretty solid year for him as well. In the second, Nestor's in a little bit of trouble. He's going to get Taylor to ground into a double play, but that will be a run. No RBI for Taylor, but it's a run for the Brewers. In the third, Aaron Judge up, runner on second, 2 out, 3-2 count, and Aaron Judge rips one into left center field. That one's deep, but the center fielder is going to make the play right in front of the track to keep this a 1-0 game. In the fourth now, we got bases loaded. Oswald Peraza, 3-2, 2 outs, bases loaded. He's going to rip one in the gap to left center field. Maybe this will score a few, but no, it's tracked down out there by the young center fielder, Churio, or whatever his name is. Jackson Churio, one of the top prospects for the Milwaukee Brewers. Good to see him up and playing. He's making some good plays. In the sixth, Nestor is having a good game, but he's going to give up a 2-run shot to Willy Adames. That's a big blow. It's 3-0 Brewers now in the sixth. Nestor is trying to get through that sixth inning, only allowing 1, but he's going to allow 3. Still a pretty good start, though, for Nestor, as he went 6, only 3 earned. In the seventh, now it's 4-0 Brewers. That's Owen Miller. He's going to rip one in the gap. Runner's going to come around to score all the way from first. 5-0 Milwaukee now, as they hit us pretty hard in this one, and we could not hit. We're just going to jump ahead to the ninth. 6-1 would be the final. Oswald Peraza strikes out to end the game, and the Brewers win 6-1. The Brewers are having a very good year. They're fighting for a playoff spot as well, and they'll probably make it in either a wild card or the division. They're fighting with the Cubs. We're going to jump ahead to the very last game of the season, and as you can see, we're 97-64, so we are definitely in the playoffs there. We already clinched the first wild card spot, as Ryan Yarbrough is going to go up against Clark Schmidt, who's just making a spot start since it's the last game of the season, and we're not playing for any importance, so we're going to rest all of our actual starters. In the third, Clark Schmidt's going to get out of trouble with a 4.63 double play. He actually would pitch pretty well in this game, Clark Schmidt. Into the fourth, it's Garrett Mitchell with a runner on second. He's going to fly out to center. So Clark Schmidt was good in his spot start, although I don't think he'll be on the playoff roster. If he is, it'll be in long relief out of the bullpen. We will get that settled, obviously, before the next episode when the playoffs start. Kyle Higashioka rips one in the deep center field, but again, center fielder's going to track that down. So far in both games, we've been hitting the ball hard, but defense has been making the plays. Tommy Kahnle on in the seventh. He's going to get a double play to get out of the seventh inning. It's just a 0-0 game. Very good pitching all around. Not a lot of hitting. We had a lot of guys in there we wouldn't normally have, like Albert Abreu, and he gives up a bomb to Salvador Perez. That one's gone almost into the fountain seats. That's a home run, and he's flexing around first base as if they just did something crazy. But all they did was, even if they hold up to win this game, all that means is they won't lose 100 games. I don't know why he's going so nuts. I also don't know why the stadium's so packed for a 99-loss team. But, hey, it's MLB The Show. We're down to our last out, Giancarlo Stanton. His last at-bat of the season, most likely, and he's going to rip one into right field. That ball's deep. That's headed for the wall, and it's gone. A home run. It clears the wall just over the wall and right into the bullpen. And this game is tied. We were down to our last out. And we have tied it. Scott Barlow blows the save. And the Royals might lose 100 games. And now we're hyped. We're hyped because we saw them flexing. Now we're flexing. The game means nothing for both teams, but we're still flexing. Gotta love it. Cody Bellinger pinch hitting here. In the 10th, we're in extras. We need this run to score on second base. No one's brought it in so far. It's Cody Bellinger. Hits it on the ground right to the first baseman. And we're going to the bottom of the 10th. Tied up as the Royals are going to have that ghost runner on second. Michael King in the game to get some work in. And the first batter he's going to face is going to rip one. It's going to bounce over the wall for a ground rule double. And the Royals end up winning a walk-off double as they go crazy as they celebrate their season, losing 99 games as if they just won the World Series. It's whatever. We lose this one. Let's jump into the end and let's take a look at Anthony Rizzo. If you remember, he was out for 2 months, either last episode or a couple episodes ago, I can't remember, to end the season. And he's not ready yet. He's still 1 to 2 weeks away, which means he's at least going to miss the wild card round. And I'm pretty sure that means he's going to miss the ALDS if we make it that far. 22 homers, 251 average, and 62 RBIs. Pretty good for only 101 games played. I think if he would have played the 140-ish, 150, if he would have stayed healthy, definitely would have had 30 home runs again. As you can see, we did finish 97 and 65. Rays won 101 games. So they won the division by 4 games, but we made it close. We made them sweat. What turned into a huge lead all season really was good. If you remember, we were 44 and 44 at one point. So we went like 63 and 63 and like 21 to end the season. Anyway, jumping ahead in the standings, as you can see, it was the Guardians that won the Central, the Rangers win the West, and in the wild cards, us and the Blue Jays. Red Sox and Twins are still fighting for that last spot. I guess game 163 is on the cards. We'll see who makes that in a second. I'll sim ahead and see the bracket. As for the National League, the Braves win the East relatively easy. Phillies in the wild card. Mets are out. Bad season for the Mets and that payroll. Marlins were in it for a while, but they faded. The Cubs actually won the division. They won 99 games. There was one point where they had won, I think, 19 in a row, it had said on the bottom of the ticker in one of the games. That is just insane. The Chicago Cubs out of nowhere, even trading Cody Bellinger, somehow won 99 games. And the Brewers with the wild card as well. Dodgers win the West with ease of 15 games. And the Rockies somehow edge out the Diamondbacks and the Padres, who both finished over 500. For a wild card spot. Amazing what the Rockies were able to do. So Brewers, Phillies, Rockies in that NL wild card for the National League. Very odd. A lot of teams did not make it, especially in the sim. Let's look at the end of the year. Gleyber, great year. 267, 28 bombs, 70 RBIs, and he batted leadoff most of the time. Very good. 50 homers for Aaron Judge and batted 291. Just missed out on hitting 300. And he missed out on 100 RBIs even though he had 50 home runs. I mean, I'm sure a lot of it has to do with him batting second, but also nobody gets on base. Giancarlo Stanton had 95 RBIs. He had 271. He had 39 home runs. I wish that would happen in real life. It's probably never going to happen again. Candelario, look at that trade acquisition. 292, 28 homers, 79 RBIs. That is exactly what we needed. And a guy in the middle of the order. Cody Bellinger, he only hit 232. He hit 14 home runs, though, 57 RBIs. We like him. He has good lefty pop and balance into this lineup. Anthony Volpe's rookie season. Remember, he was batting a dreadful 168, 180 at one point. Got it up all the way to 234 and hit 21 home runs. We call that a success rookie season. His overall went up to 78. Kiner-Falefa ended up playing a lot of left field, even though he sucked defensively. Hit 274, 11 bombs. Oswald Peraza didn't play much, but hey, 279, 3 homers in a small sample size. We like that. And Jose Trevino only hit 212, but he's a defensive catcher, and 16 home runs is way more than we would have thought. So we'll take that. Down year for DJ. He had 408 at-bats. He only hit 216. Really down year. Regressed a lot, only 72, and we got like 3 years left of him. Harrison Bader finishes the season batting 210, hitting 5 home runs and only 25 RBIs, and he had plenty of at-bats. Just not going to cut it. Willie Calhoun, 329, only 79 at-bats. It was hard to get him playing time with how bad his fielding is, but I think he might need to be in there for the playoffs. He was red hot for us down the stretch. And Higashioka, backup catcher, but not good. Donaldson, 221, 7 home runs. I mean, for a backup third baseman who only plays against lefties, I'm not going to complain, but he does make $26 million, so in that part, can't wait till he's gone. Garrett Cole had a good year. Move over to the pitching. Garrett Cole, 3.34. Nick Cortez, 2.5 ERA. Brilliant from Nestor. What a great season from him. 162 strikeouts. Severino was hurt for a while, but he finished 11-4 with a 3.71 ERA. Rodon obviously was hurt for a long time. 10-1, sub-2 ERA, 1.84. Can't imagine what he would have done if he would have finished that whole season. He pitched brilliantly. I think he might have to be our ace in the playoffs. Domingo Germán, Pretty solid. Sub 4 from our fifth starter. We'll take that any year. We did really good. As we go into the league leaders, you can see Trout led in home runs. It is not a lot of Yankee guys on this. Aaron Judge came second in home runs, 6 shy of Mike Trout. Him and Trout were the only ones over 50. Well, 50 or over. Trout with 56 and Judge with 50. Our only league leader in the entirety of this year was Nestor Cortez. He led the league in ERA, 2.50 ERA. He led the AL, and technically he led all of MLB, as he led the National League as well. Great year from Nestor Cortez. Not the most dominant guy, but not giving up runs. So look at Shohei Ohtani at 260 strikeouts. Unbelievable. Way more than anyone else. Gossman had 232. But we had Garrett Cole in the top 5 over 200. Mike Trout wins the MVP. Pretty much a no-brainer. He almost won the Triple Crown, except for Shohei had more RBIs. Shohei had 136. And that's the only reason Mike Trout doesn't have the Triple Crown. And the National League, Mookie Betts wins the MVP. He had a fantastic year as well. Right there behind him was Juan Soto. Cy Young is Shohei. He had a 3.51 ERA, but he had 260 strikeouts. That is insane from Shohei Ohtani. And hopefully the Angels don't get to sign him back. We'll definitely be making a push. I think that's exactly what we need, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Urias won the Cy Young in the West. As we take a look at the playoff bracket here, we'll be going up against Toronto in the wild card round. The winner of that will take on the division winner and the best team in the American League, the Tampa Bay Rays. Cleveland takes on Boston, so Boston survives. That winner takes on Texas. In the National League, Milwaukee, Philadelphia, they are going to play for the chance to play against the Dodgers. And Atlanta and Colorado, insane, will fight to play the Cubs. So that is a crazy bracket. Let me know how you guys think this bracket will play off. In the next episode, we will be taking on the Blue Jays in the American League wild card round. And we will start our journey to heading for championship number 28. But I don't know if the team's good enough to do it this year, but we're in the playoffs, and that's all we can ask for. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Playoffs coming up next.